Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. It is amazing Wednesday morning, and I am super excited to be here. I'm going to give just a few minutes to see if we can have a few more people pop on in. All right. Good morning. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're connected on all platforms. We thank the Lord for technology this morning. Amen. Guys, I have had an amazing morning. I had a great devotion time. Then I got up and listened to this amazing podcast interview between guests that I will be interviewing on tomorrow, on Thursday, November the 3rd at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Um, on Facebook and on YouTube. Her name is Dr. Geneva Williams. Dr. Geneva Williams was speaking with Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. And if those are two names that you do not know, write them down, research them, and get to know them, because you definitely need to have their information in your playbook, on your bookshelf. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough is an amazing man. He wrote Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. That needs to be in the hand of every African American entrepreneur. Dr. Geneva Williams is doing some phenomenal work as well. She has some great books out and podcasts as well, and you want to make sure that you get her works in your hands. But I just want to thank everybody for coming in the room on this morning. Those of you that are joining us in the Swag Her magazine Facebook group, thank you so much for your continued love and support. Thank you to those of you that are watching from the Laquita's Toolbox community. Thank you for coming into the room. I appreciate your support every week, every Monday and Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm right here live in the Laquita's Toolbox community, as well as in the Swag Her Magazine Facebook page. And I just like to leave you with a few tools, right? Those of you that follow me understand that I love tools. And I want to leave you with a few tools that can help you grow both personally and professionally. I'm a strong advocate, a strong believer that our growth and success as it relates to our business growth and success as entrepreneurs, or whether we are career professionals looking to scale and grow in our career, all of that hinges on our identity and the energy that we put into and the effort that we put into our own personal growth and development. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. If you were with me on Monday, we talked about success as a personal evolution. And I told you that we would continue that conversation on today, that success is definitely a personal evolution, and our definition of success should grow as we grow. Our definition of success should be something that we refine and redefine as we continue to grow and as we continue to mature in this walk that we call life. Amen. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We appreciate you. I just want to give a few more people an opportunity to come into the room. For those of you that may be watching for your very first time, thank you so much. You guys, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We want to make sure that we get this broadcast out to as many people as possible, because success is a personal evolution. And we'll be talking about that for just a little bit on this morning. So hit those like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section as well. Let me know who's in the room, who you are, where you're from. I'd love to hear from you on this morning. And if you have some success nuggets that you'd like to share about how your roadmap to success has been a personal evolution, get in the comment section and let me know about that as well. I love to hear from you and the value that you want to have to add to this conversation. So let me just jump right in. As we've said, success is a personal evolution. And as it is a personal evolution, that means our success is very personal to us. We have to take personal responsibility for the successes as well as the failures that have taken place in our life. And I understand that you may be saying, Laquita, okay, some of these things that happened to me were completely out of my control, and I was the victim. Somebody did something to me unnecessary and unwarranted, and that happens. And sometimes when that happens, it's called a roadblock or a speed bump. My spiritual father told us that life has lots of speed bumps. And I love this saying. He said, life has lots of speed bumps, but speed bumps are not designed to make you stop. Speed bumps are designed to make you slow down and roll over them. Let me say that again. The obstacles that you face in life, whether they're ones that you created or ones that people have put in front of you, they are not meant to destroy you or to detour you or derail you, but they're simply meant to cause you to slow down, think through those processes, come out with a better response, and roll over them. We still can get to where we want to go when speed bumps are in our way. We simply have to take it down a notch, slow that vehicle down, and roll over them, and we can still get to where we're going and still take that same path. There's no need to get off the path just because you hit a speed bump. You just slow down and roll over that thing. So, like I said, our success journey is 100% our personal responsibility. Thank you so much, Miss Allison, for joining us from San Francisco, California. It's early in the morning for you. Thank you so much for popping in the room. Good morning, Mohan Francis. I appreciate you coming into the room on this morning. Guys, please continue to get in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know who you are and where you're from, and if you're pulling any nuggets from this conversation. And don't forget to add your own value to the chat as well. Good morning from Louisiana. Thank you, Claire. It is so good to have you here. And thank you so much, Mohan. I thank you that you are enjoying today's conversation, that you're getting some value from this. Life, our personal success is a personal evolution. As I've said, it is acceptable, necessary, and indeed healthy to redefine and refine your definition of success as often as you need to. Let me say that again. It is acceptable, it is necessary, and it is indeed healthy to redefine and refine your definition of success as often as you need to. Your definition of success, it has to grow as you grow. Let me say that again. Your definition of success has to grow as you grow. And in doing this, doing so is not predicated on what society says you should be or you should not be. Your definition of success is deeply personal to you. Your family's definition of success is completely personal to your family. If you are married, the definition of success that you have with your husband and your wife, it is completely personal to you, and it is not predicated on anyone else's opinion outside of yourself and your husband. And your personal definition of success is between you and the Lord. Our roadmap to success relies on our ability to know who we are. I believe strongly that everything that we do in our life hinges on our identity, understanding who we are and whose we are. Why is this? Because when we know who we are, then it's easier to develop your core values and understand what your core values are. And when your identity and your core values line up, you're able to then understand the purpose and the plan of God for your life, and you'll pursue that purpose with a passion. And as you hit mile markers, let's say it like that, and as you hit mile markers in that pursuit of your purpose, that definition of success should shift. It should grow. It should mature, and it should become less and less predicated on things and stuff, but more about the value that you can add to the lives of those that you're connected with. Amen. Our definitions of success should grow as we grow. It is healthy, it is necessary, and we must do it. As we continue to get older, it's not just about getting older. It's not about having another revolution around the sun. But what have we learned in these revolutions that we've taken around the sun? And in that, the things that you've learned, have you learned those lessons well enough to be able to pour your wisdom into the life of others so that they don't have to make the same mistakes that you made, but you are able to equip the next generation for a new level of success so that they can exceed the levels of success that we have? That's what we should be doing. our next generations that are coming behind us should be able to glean the wisdom from our mistakes, from our successes, because we're able to teach it to them in a way that's easily digestible and understandable, that they can take that information and impact their generation, and they too can continue to see growth and success in their lives. Gina Record, thank you so much for joining this morning, woman of God. It is so great to see you. I love the work that you're doing. Please, let's get connected pretty soon there. Let me see who else is joined in the chat. Let's see. And you have to believe in yourself. Absolutely, Mohan. You have to believe in yourself. Richard Haynes has joined the conversation on this morning. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you. I really appreciate that you're really getting something from this conversation. This morning, we're talking about success is a personal evolution, because it is. We determine the level of success that we receive in our life. It's not based on anyone else's doing or how someone helped us or didn't help us. We determine what success looks like in our life. People can give, and give. But if we don't do something with what we have been given, it proves nothing. I look at it like this is the parable of the sower and the talents. Each one of those individuals got a talent. One got one got three, one got five. The one got one, he took it, buried it in the ground, didn't do nothing with it out of fear. The one who got three, the one who got five, they multiplied it. The one who got five, when the master returned, not only did he have his now 10 because he called it the double, but the master took the one from the one and gave it to the other. For a very long time, I thought to myself, God, now you're supposed to be a God that's decent and in order. You're supposed to be a God that's fair. That doesn't seem fair. He already didn't have but one. Why would you take that one from him and give it to the one that already has 10 and is doing so great? And the more that I grew in life, the more that I matured in my understanding, the more I begin to understand what success really means, the meaning of that parable began to come to me. Like it opened up. It opened up. And God is a faithful God. And people, by and large, are decent people. Why am I going to continue to give to someone who's doing nothing with what I'm giving them? Let me say that again. Why will we continue to give to someone who is doing nothing with what we're given to them? You're going to continue to give, or someone will continue to give to you based on what you do with the information, the wisdom, the knowledge, the opportunity that they've given to you. If you squander the opportunity, if you squander the wisdom, you don't respect it, you don't value it, then why should they continue to give it to you, even if you're living in a state that is impoverished and less than? Those that are living in a state that are impoverished and less than, and someone gives them something, shares them some wisdom, gives them an opportunity to use their talent and their gifts, they rise above that circumstance. And it's all about their mindset. It's all about their mindset. They're solid and they know who they are, whose they are, and they understand what they've been born in this earth to do. And all they're waiting for is an opportunity to be able to take something and make something out of it. The mindset is what matters. That's why our personal growth journey, our success journey, is all up to us. It is all up to us. Woman of God, thank you, Pastor Fatima Fortenberry, for jumping in the room this morning. We appreciate you for coming in the room. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mohan, indeed, God has given everyone a talent. He has given everyone a talent. Facebook user, thank you so much for jumping in. Candice Johnson says, I was just having a conversation similar to this recently. So glad that today's topic can come into an alignment and resonate with you for your previous conversation. We must become vessels that are worthy of the gifts, the talents, the opportunity, and the things that you're asking for. You know, as parents, those of you that are parents, and we've all had parents or guardians or someone that raised us, we all have had these times where we ask for something. I want this and I want that. And as a kid, and even as young adults, You're asking and you're asking and you're thinking you're ready, and it's been not given to you. Somebody said, not yet, not yet, not yet. Why are they saying that? Are you ready? Are you equipped? Are you able to handle that thing that you're asking for? Are you ready? Are you able? Are you equipped to handle that thing that you're asking for? And you may be saying, well, yeah. Are you really? Because being equipped to handle the thing that you're asking for means not only can I hold on to it, but I can take that and cause it to multiply and grow. And let me give it to you in a more practical example. Ladies, let's use a handbag. Gentlemen, let's use a car. And sometimes, ladies, you can use a car. I really care less about a car. As long as it can go, I'm happy about it. But when you're sitting down and you're trying to make a decision about a car, those of us that are mature and understand financial literacy understand that owning a car means much more than I can afford to know. It means so much more than I can make this known. Ooh, they got the note down to 500 a month. I can do 500 a month. Okay. Can you do the 500 a month? Can you do the insurance that is required every month or every year, however you choose to pay for it? If an accident happens, can you then also do the $500 deductible, the $250 deductible, the $1,000 deductible, whatever it is that you pick? Can you do that for the car that you are paying the $500 a month? Or will that car have to sit there a little while till you can scrap up the $500 or the deductible in order to get it fixed, even though the insurance is kicking in for the majority of the bill? Oh, let's try this one. Let's say what happens to the car, you get a flat tire or transmission or oil change, because everybody wants to have a ride that's nice, right? Say, okay, I want to have the BMW, I want to have the Mercedes, I want to have the Lexus, I want to have this, that, or the other. Can you afford the annual maintenance? Can you afford if something breaks down? Can I still pay the note? Can I still pay the car insurance? And can I still get the car fixed? Those things, for those of us that are mature and understand how money works, all go into that decision of if I can afford that car. But those that are not quite ready will say, I can afford the note. And then when the car breaks down, you're paying the note and you can't pay to get the car fixed. So then I got to make the decision to not to pay the note. Tell the car note people they need to understand this, because I got to get this car fixed so I can go to work so they can get their money. No, they ain't got to understand that. You said you could afford it. Success principles. That is a principle of success. Can we afford, or are we ready for the thing that we're asking for? You're asking for the car, you get the car note, and then you can't afford the car, and the car's broke down in your driveway. The car's broke down at your friend's house or wherever you left it. Man, I can't even afford the tow because it went past the 10 miles or the 15 miles of my insurance. I can't even afford to pay for the rest of the tow to get to my house, because I definitely can't take it to the mechanic because I can't afford the mechanic. Are we ready for the thing that we're asking for? Our personal success journey is 100% dependent on our ability to respond to the things that happen in life. Do we have the mature response? Are we at a place where we understand that we are responsible for everything that takes place in our life? Our growth, our success, we're responsible for. We're not responsible for the things that people that do to us that are wrong, and they're throwing roadblocks and trying to derail, destroy you. You're not responsible for that. But you are responsible for your response in the situation. And will your response in that situation become a partner with that person's evil intent to destroy you and destroy you? Or will your response in that situation be one that is the mature and right response, and be able to, though that person meant you harm, you're able to have a better response, and that now becomes a growth opportunity, and you can take that and grow from it? Are we ready for that? Are we in that space in our lives? That's the question on this morning. Are we in that space in our lives? Because our success, our success, our success is a personal evolution, and we have to take responsibility for it. Our success spiritually and naturally, we have to take personal responsibility for it. We have some great comments coming into the room on this morning. Listen, if this has been good to you, please let me know in the chat. If you have learned something on today, if you've got a tip, a tool, a nugget, or something that can help you get to that next level of success in your life, let me know in the chat. I want to hear from you on this morning. Get in it. Good morning, Deanna Ward. Thank you so much for coming back, sis. I appreciate you. You had some great comments, some great insight on Monday. And it's definitely a pleasure to have you back in the room on this amazing Wednesday morning today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen, let's get in the chat. Let me know what you think. Has this been valuable to you? Has this been a live that was worth your time on today? And if you have learned anything from this on today, and you're in the chat and you're saying, Laquita, I want to know more. How can I know more? Stay connected to me. Stay connected to me on my social media platforms. I am on Facebook. I am on Twitter. I am on LinkedIn. I have a YouTube channel. So basically, I'm Googleable. Somebody said that to me one day, and I love it, and I've been using it ever since. I am Googleable. So if you want to connect with me, you're saying, "Look, I've never heard of you before, but this kind of good to me." Connect with me on social media. I'd love to hear from you. Send me a private message. Let me know what you thought about today's conversation, or put that in the chat, and let's remain connected. David Smith, thank you so much for jumping in the room. I appreciate you on this morning. Also, if you love some of the things that I've talked about, if this is your first time, Fatima, I am on Clubhouse, but listen, sis, I'm trying to do better with Clubhouse. I have a whole Clubhouse profile and everything. And when people invite me to speak, I come on Clubhouse. But to say that I host regular rooms, I don't. That 2023, I've got to do better. I've got to do better with Clubhouse. Thank you. You're in from Louisiana, David. Pray for me, sis. Pray for me. You know how I feel about social media. I'm trying to do better. I think I made progress. I think I made some progress, but I still got some learning curves to go. I am pretty active on this app called Wisdom, however. So if any of you are on Wisdom, I'm also on Wisdom, and I'm pretty active on Wisdom. If you like, also, if you like some of the things that you've heard on at any of the times that you joined me, go out to Amazon and grab my book, Redefining Success. 8 tools that I've used to develop a growth mindset. Some of these things that I discuss on the lives are definitely in that book. If you're saying, Laquita, well, I'm not ready to make that kind of investment, that's cool. I understand, because you're getting to know me and I'm getting to know you. Join me on my podcast as well. Laquita's Toolbox podcast community. We'd love to hear from you. Our community is right here on Facebook. So you can look up Laquita's Toolbox Live and join the Laquita's Toolbox community right here on Facebook, where I share tips, tools, and strategies to help you grow personally and professionally. Also, feel free to check out the podcast itself. We drop new episodes every Tuesday or every Thursday. I drop new episodes of the podcast, and you can find the podcast hosted through Spreaker. So there's the link in the chat to my podcast. There's also a link in the chat to my book. And as I said, what's up, Miss Tiffany? Oh, you made my day today. Thank you for coming in the room, sis. Thank you for coming in the room. I'm going to have to tell Ben that, well, I kind of saw you today on social media. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed this broadcast. If you want to hear the replay will be out on my Facebook as well as on my YouTube channel. The replay of this will be out. Miss Tiffany is a lifetime friend. We grew up together, went to high school, graduated together. Our families have known each other since before both of us were born. So, Miss Tiffany, thank you so much. Thank you so much for jumping in the room today. Listen, guys, I know my time is far spent. I've been on here a lot longer than what I was supposed to be and need to be. But I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to join me on this morning. Those of you that are joining across from the Swag Her Magazine Facebook page, thank you so much to Fancy and her team for allowing me this wonderful opportunity to be able to share in your community. I count it an honor and a privilege to be able to share in the Swag Her Magazine community. Thank you guys so much for that. For those of you that are a part of the Laquita's Toolbox community, I appreciate you and love you, and thank you so much for your continued support. Continue to pray for me as I pray for you guys, and have a fabulous rest of your day. You guys take care. God bless.